shot clock? Yeah.
Celtics hit the game winner, and then we were wrapped.
What up, low baggers? I'm with my man Caden, son of Nutflush Allen. He's in his Warriors gear. And Caden has a final score for us in Rockets Warriors. Caden, what are you thinking?
120-113, Warriors.
What up, everybody? Make sure you guys tune in to King's Court tonight. It's the 100th episode of King's Court. We're about to turn it up for the last day in LA with my man Jimmy the Bag. We got Ski in the house, DJ in the house, and of course me and J Money in the house.
Hustlers, low baggers. It is Friday, the 10th show of 10 shows of the week. It is 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 8th. You're watching Loshak The Bag Show. My name is Jimmy the Bag. My partner, the legend Lodos Loshak, is not with us right now, but will be returning very soon. We're hoping for Monday. We're hoping to have him back very, very soon. Well, we have a packed show today, an absolutely packed show. King Rail's going to be joining us in 7 minutes. King Rail's going to break down this NBA card with me. We're going to hammer it. I've only got one play right now. There's a bunch of leans that I want to figure out with King and with the chat. So we're going to do that. Then we have Maxwell Smart and Big Boss. We got DJ, Big Boss, Trot Wham, Maxwell Smart all joining us. I know that Max was unable to do his college show, but his internet is back on. His power's back on. So he will be here with us. First off, a shout out to all the cappers in the house. We got Flipper 13 who was first. Bob Taylor, Sean Robertson, Brian B., Christopher Hogan, Vinny Cornell, Vervideo AZ, Michael Holthauser, Vegas Gunn, Ricardo Gutierrez, Rosie, Reggie Thomas, Chad Ocho, Daryl Lyles, Isan Solfagari, who helped me triple up on those nuggets, Rem Most in the house, Vancouver Brooks back in action, J93 Allen action. What a great, great group. We've got to Parlay Poppy in the house. He's on Best Play of the Day, 60 Minutes Moneyline Hurricanes, and Wild Moneyline, in my opinion. Very interesting stuff. Daryl Lyles says, what's good? Where's the IFB going to be this year? We're not sure about the IFBC. We just want to know where Pete and I are going to go next. That's all I care about. When's the low baggers going to hook up next? That's all I care about. Okay, so quick review of what happened earlier today. All the low baggers except for me. All the low baggers hit on Loyola first half. I didn't go against you guys, but I didn't make a bet on the game. Very busy. So shout out to all the low baggers who hit on Loyola first half. And then we have 13 seconds left in the Bradley, Missouri State game. We are all on the under. 13 seconds left. Oh, God. It's coming right down to the wire at 58-56. I'm on the under 120. It looks good. Shout out to Noli Knows who got us on the under. Noli Knows who was also very funny when you told Freddie to stop betting Australian soccer games and that he doesn't. I don't know exactly how you phrased it, but let's just go with he knows nothing about Australian soccer. You hear that, Freddie? You know nothing about Australian soccer.
Noli Knows here.
Yeah. He's here. He's watching right now.
Stop telling me to stop betting Australian soccer. I am the Australian soccer expert, as the stupid idiot Larry is expert on handball. Jimmy on his Pussy Sports NHL. Shut up, man. Stop betting unders. Apestan. Tus unders apestan. Son una mierda. They suck. We can compete your unders versus my Australian soccer whenever you want. I will go to LA, drunk off all my Australian soccer winnings. Y te voy a buscar. Voy a estar a la par de tu cama cuando te despertes. Y vas a ver. Good luck on your bets.
It was nice to see you, Freddie. Nice to free you. So I can't laugh. Remember, I'm still not healthy. I can't laugh. Shout out to Zach Kenkel in the house. Parlay Bobby, I can't laugh. Okay. JP says, I turn on the show to some weird dude screaming in my face. Okay, let's get back to work. Joe Ramirez says, Jimmy, lock the door next time. I don't know how he got in here. He was already in here behind the green curtain. Okay, so now, big day tomorrow. We have the Gotham Stakes. The Gotham Stakes at Aqueduct, New York. Man, I am pumped, and I'm doing the Beat the Bag competition. Beat the Bag competition. And I need you guys to join in. The more people I have this time, then I can raise. I want to triple up the prizes. Right now, it's $100. It's a free contest, $100 to the winner, 200 bet points if you beat me, but we want to raise, we want to up it. So here is the link to join in the Beat the Bag competition tomorrow. It starts at 12:50 Eastern time. Let me just paste that. There is the link to the competition. And let's get that off. Okay, there's the link to the competition. And then here is your free program to get your picks in. Right now, here's a free program. Right here, copy and paste. There's your free program. And boom, free program. Now, huge week for thoroughbred horse action. I'm pumped. Yeah! Now, I can't yell too loud because I'm ill. But our man, the Big Ragu, has sent in a video with his picks for this weekend's giant horse action. Rafa, can you hit me with the Ragu video one time, my man? Yeah!
Hey everybody, it's the Big Ragu. What's going on? You can follow me on Twitter at BIGRAGOO62, Big Ragu 62. Shout out to King Rail for knocking the shit out of them basketball plays, my man. I got to give you props, no doubt about it. Props to you for bringing me on board, by the way, back in June of last year. And shout out to my man Dave LA and the rest of the crew also. But anyways, big ups to you, King. Keep doing what you do. All right, the reason I'm here today, we're talking horses. I know Jimmy loves horses. I love horses. I like making money on horses. We got some life-changing scores possibly when the Derby comes. The Derby's like the Super Bowl, right? Everybody's got an opinion come Derby Day. So what we're going to do today is we're going to explain to you in a short term how to make money betting horses. But how do the horses get to the Derby? Well, they run these races called Derby trial races. And they pick 20 horses to run on Derby Day, which is the first Saturday of May. And how do they get there? They got to win these prep races. We got 2 prep races going tomorrow on Saturday. So I'll hopefully put you on some winners. And we're going to get right down to it. Okay, the first race is going to be run at around 5:10 Eastern Time. It's race number 10 at Aqueduct Racetrack in New York. It's called the Gotham. I'm going to be riding the 5, Hakyle. He's going to be trained by Kieran McLaughlin. He's going to be going off at pretty decent odds. He's going to be running against a big favorite, number 6, Instagram, who's like 2 for 2 out of California. He's coming off a 7-month layoff, which I don't like that. That's why I'm going against him. He's going to have Castellano up. But we're rolling with the 5. And we're going to place 20 win place to 5, and we're going to bet the 8 underneath him, meaning that we're going to take the 5 and the 8 and box him in an exacta for another 20 to make that a $40 bet. So, matter of fact, we're going to bet 30 win, 30 place to 5, and we're going to bet a $20 exacta box 5-8. Okay, on to the next race. We're going to the Tampa Bay Derby, race 11, around 5:30. We're looking at the 4, Dreammaker. Florent Giraud is riding. Mark Cassidy trained horse. You get a decent price, like 4-1. Nothing spectacular, but this is going to be a tough race. There's a lot of good horses in this race, and it's going to be a wide open race. So we're going number 4, Dreammaker. We're going to use a 7, Win-Win-Win, rode by Irad Ortiz. A long shot on the 8, the Right Path, Joe Bravo, horse is going to be coming at the end. And the number 10, Tacticus, which is Jose Ortiz, out of Tapit. Tapit horses run really good in Derby prep races, even though they've never won the big race. But I'm going to use them. So we're going to bet the 4 to win in place, and we're going to box a 4, 7, 8, 10 exacta for $1 for $24. And we're going to put $24 trifecta box 4, 7, 8, 10, and a 4, 7, 8, 10 superfecta for 50 cents. And hopefully we catch a nice score. And that's what I got. So listen, bet the thing, have fun, go to the track if you've never been. Just like our boys on the West Coast did when Jimmy the Bag came to L.A. Jimmy the Bag, Dave L.A., DJ Big Boss, Noli Knows, Paco Healy. And I'm sorry if I missed my other friends out there, but you know what to do. Life's about having a big party, bro. Go out, have a good time, spend the money, support local strippers, and go have a good time. That's what you're supposed to do, bro. Get it done. See you next week. Cash them tickets.
Goop. I like his picks, too. Like his picks very much. So to go over them one more time in that... Oh, shit. Where did I just lose him? In the big race that's coming up at the Gotham Stakes, the big race, he is on the number 5. And then in the Tampa Bay Derby, he's on the 4, Dreammaker. Loves those Tapit horses. Hey, the Tapit horses win the Belmont Stakes, might not win the Derby. So that's what my man Ragu is on. Now, quickly, I am not going to add any NHL to my card. What I would add, though, is there is a 6.5 being hung at Heritage in the Capitals-Devils game. It's only a 6 at my book, and I may jump on it anyways. But it'd be a mistake not to jump on this 6.5 at Heritage. So I'm going to make that an official play here and then decide if I'm going to take the 6 at plus money, which I might do. We got Mackenzie Blackwood in goal, under 6.5 at minus 115. That's available at Heritage. Devils Capitals under 6.5 at minus 115. I'm off the Minnesota-Florida game, although I don't think Montembeault is going to have that good of a game. I can understand why anyone would take Minnesota, but I'm not going to in this spot. I'm on the Hurricanes minus 1.5. I got plus 165 there. And I'm off the Canadians Duck spot. I will decide if I'm going to bet this. I probably will bet the under 6 in Washington, New Jersey. I think Washington's going to overlook this spot against the Devils. So I'm probably just, also a big thing about this New Jersey Devils team is they're the 4th-ranked penalty killing in the league. The Capitals have such a dangerous power play. So I probably will make that bet under 6. But this 6.5, I'm going to take for sure. It's available at Heritage. Grab it while you can. Those are my 2 plays in NHL. And Bradley Braves 61, Missouri State Bears 58. Noli Knows making unders great again. Just put $136.36 into my pocket. Thank you, Noli Knows. We're 1-0 in college basketball on the day. Noli's giving out winners. Max is giving out winners. We're in business. So shout out to Noli Knows and the under. Lamont Williams says, I get that under 6. I will take it. I will take it. I will jump all over it, but I'm going to take the 6.5 right now without a doubt. Okay, so that's the NHL card. Now we have this big, beautiful NBA card, and we have Master of Disaster, my man King Rail in the house. He's been lighting up and smoking the NBA all week long. I had the honor of doing King's Court on Wednesday with my man Sonny D, and now I get King Rail on Loshak and the Bag. Rail, my man, how are you today?
What's up, Jim? What's up, Jim? Thank you for having me. What's up, low baggers? And special shout out to Big Ragu, man, for the kind words, man. Appreciate you. I don't know too much about horses, but Jim's help and that video you just put out big, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it. Probably take a couple of minutes.
Oh, yes, you do. It's a big weekend, so that makes me very happy to think that you'll be jumping in. Okay, let's get to work. I've only made one bet. Now, Trotwam is also on the Raptors first half. I think I'm going to add that, but not yet. Let's just slowly work our way through the card. I guess we can't go too slow, but I would definitely think that we have at least 19 or 20 minutes to do this, so there's no need to rush. I'll push the pace when we need to. I'll tell you which games I want to spend a little more time on, which games I want to spend a little less time on. This first game, Wizards at Hornets, I would like to spend a little less time on. Total opens at 234. It's down to 233.5. Charlotte opens at 5.5. Now at 4.5. Can we trust the Charlotte Hornets, Rail? Can we trust them? Coming off a 91-84 loss at home against Miami in a game that they needed. They're now no longer in the top 8 in the East. The Wizards are even 2 games behind them. Wizards are feeling good about themselves. King Rail, Washington at Charlotte.
And that's the reason why I have to go with the Hornets in this spot right here, Jim. I know you said earlier about Bradley Beal, man, say they want to make the playoffs, but that's not Bradley Beal's call in this situation. The reason why they made these trades is because they couldn't move Wall with that injury. And the only way this Wizards team is going to get better is in the draft right now and making some changes in the offseason. I don't see the point of even trying to make the playoffs. The Hornets, on the other hand, they're probably going to lose Kemba Walker, man. This probably is Kemba's last year over there with the Hornets. And if anything, if my assumptions are correct, he wants to get to the playoffs in his last year over there with Charlotte. That's Charlotte's probably best chance he keeping Kemba Walker. The Wizards are 8-25 away. It's 23 ATS away. The 6-17 versus the East, and the 8-15 ATS away versus the East. They're 1-4 last 5 road games, 1-6 straight up last 7 games in Charlotte. Bradley Beal had 46 points the last time his team played, and they still lost against to the Hornets, man. Brooklyn, Miami, Orlando, Wizards. Yeah, I mean, one of the teams are all getting in the playoffs, man. And so you got to scratch the Wizards out the equation. I had to take Charlotte in this spot. I got him at 4, though. I bought the little half point and took him at 4.
That makes a lot of sense. We're having some sound problems on your end. We're gonna try calling you back right now, but I get what he's on. He's on the Charlotte Hornets. We have my man Sonny D in the house, Sun Dizzle 003 in the house in the chat breaking down these games. And TJ says, "Where the hell is Pete? Has he died?" And SBR needs to learn public relations. You can't go radio silent. Listen, I'm not going radio silent. I've not gone radio silent, TJ. I talk about Pete every single day, and I saw him this weekend, and I want him back desperately. So I expect that he will be back very early next week. But yeah, you're right. You can say anything you want about SBR's public relations. Fuck do I care. Okay, let's cap this card. Hornets. Now we got King Rail back. What is the line that you got the Hornets on?
I got him at -4. I bought the half a point. And everybody said talk about sound. This is the same setup I use for Kings Sports, anything around. But I think it's Skype lately, Jim. Something wrong with Skype. Because I hear myself echoing all the time.
Yeah, it's not great. Raph, you want to give it one more shot or something? It's a little bit better than it was. Okay, but we need your insights desperately. So we will work through it. Maybe should we see what we can do, Rafa, because we need this desperately. Yes, and everybody throw how much they love Pete in the chat. Let's let everybody know how much we care about him. Okay. Hornets, I just don't trust. Now, if I look at who they're up against between Miami and Washington the last couple of days, Miami's getting their shit together and playing good basketball. They're tough to defend. The Wizards just play this offensive free-flowing game, and I still don't want to back the Charlotte Hornets here at this point, but I can understand taking them. I can understand taking them at -4.5. Yo says Wizards cover spread or might win outright, I think. And also we got the numbers. Charlotte on the 3rd game of a 3-game homestand. How bad that is historically for a team. I'm going to stay off of it. I'm not going to make a move on this game, but Rail is on the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, let's move on to Mavericks at Magic. I mean, trying to figure out what to do with this game all day, Rail, and I think I'm going to jump on the Magic early. But they're a difficult team to trust. They're a Jekyll and Hyde basketball team. They go out, they beat the Warriors, they beat the Raptors, then they lose to the Cavs and the Knicks. I don't know what to get from them. I just don't know what to get from them. Let's hear what you have to say about Mavericks at Magic.
Real quick, I'm seeing them ask me to reset my modem. If I reset my modem, my couch cable modem, it won't be back on for another 5 minutes. So I don't think you want me to reset my modem. And I don't even think it's my modem. I think it's Skype. I talked to my wife on the phone when we was at the store. I was at the grocery store earlier. Just me and her on Skype talking phone, and it was chopped like that. So I think it's Skype. But about this game right here, Jim, I figured you would hop on the Magic over here earlier this morning. I thought that would have been the one play you took was the Magic. I mean, this Mavs team is giving up, Jim. They were talking about it in the media. They were talking about it on certain shows that the Mavs are taking. You can tell by all the trades they made. But the last time they beat Orlando, they beat Orlando by 25 points. The 25 got 8 points. Orlando's trying to make playoffs right now. I have to, this spot, bro, I have to take the Magic. Have to take the Magic. Charlotte's up, Orlando's up 2 losses. I have to rock with Orlando in this spot, -7. I hate to hang 7 points with this team. In this situation, I would have to rock here and do the up at 7.
Yeah, I get it. And there's it's come back. It's got U-shaped movement. There's 6.5s now on the board. I guess I would prefer, even though Orlando's done so well. What do you think about this trend of Orlando cashing first quarters nonstop? I know that didn't happen against the Sixers for the first time in a long time. 2.5. You know, I think that I'd rather take them full game, and I will. I think the Mavericks are just a bad basketball team. And now Terrence Ross is back coming off the bench. That's going to help them enormously. I will jump on the Orlando Magic minus 6.5. I'm getting a minus 104 at Pinnacle, and I will take that. I'll take Magic minus 6.5 at minus 104. I will jump in there and give that an asterisk so I remember to bet it. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep rolling along. Cavaliers at Heat. Is this a spot where the Cavaliers are looking past the Heat? Or excuse me, the Heat are looking past the Cavaliers. Is this a spot where the Heat will care enough early? Because I feel like the spread is just a tiny bit too high, but I would jump on the Heat first half if I had to make a move. Do you have a bet on this Cavaliers at Heat, King?
I have nothing but a pass on this game right here, Jimmy. Cavs are 1-7 ATS last 8 games in Miami. 0-5 last 5 straight up versus Miami. Miami is 2-7 ATS last 9 games at home. My initial feeling on this game would have to be the over, Jimmy. Miami 4-1 over the last 5 games at home. Cavs 6 of the last 10 games went over, and 4 of the last 5 games between the Miami Heat and the Cavaliers have went over. But the issue is Love in the lineup, man. When Love is in the lineup, less points to score for the Cavaliers. But in this spot, the line may be a little too low. The line's sitting at 214 right now. I'm looking at that possibly getting over, man. I capped it about 221. So if I was to make a bet in this game, it would probably be over in this spot. I couldn't hang 8.5 right now with Miami.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't either. I just don't. I expect them to win, and your sound is much better, so let's just keep rolling. Let's just skip this game. I'm not going to take Heat first half. I'm not going to take the Heat at all. Now, here's a lean I had on the Pistons-Bulls. I was leaning towards the over. Now, I don't know why I'm not on Detroit right now. I don't know why with the way they're playing. Now, I was hesitant with the Sixers-Bulls game. I just wanted to stay away from it. I guess Bulls games in general, when the Bulls are at home, I just don't really have a read on how good this team is. We know that they're much better with Otto Porter. We know they're playing better than they have all year. The Markkanen and Levine are rolling, and now Otto Porter to take some attention away from Levine. In saying all that, should we take the Pistons here? And what do you think about this over in Detroit, Chicago? Opens at 220, now at 219. What's your spot on this Pistons at Bulls?
Well, I can understand why you like the over, Jim. Detroit's last 9 of the last 10 games went over. Only one of them was an under. Yeah, they're not at 1 with the over right now in the last 10 games. Detroit issues, we knew it earlier, Jimmy. It was about scoring. Scoring was their problem. That hasn't been a problem lately for Detroit. They had not been scoring before with guard play with hurt guards. Not anymore. You got Wayne Ellington over there. You got Ish ready. You got these guys over here now. They're playing with confidence too, and they're healthy. And they're thinking about playoffs. It's playoff time for this team over here. They've owned the Bulls too. And Detroit's 8-2 last 10 games. They're 6-0 as a favorite, and they're 17-4 as a favorite versus the East. You're giving me 4 points with a team that's hot right now. I mean, extremely hot. Bulls, yeah, they'll be winning game, and they barely beat the 76ers the day. I mean, that was the 76ers not taking the team serious at all, man. That was Butler at the end. That was the whole team period at the end of the game. And I think a lot of the public is happy riding with the Bulls right now, seeing how the Bulls are doing. And this spot right here is the best spot for the Bulls. I expect Detroit to beat the Bulls tonight, and I expect them to beat them again when they play in Detroit in a couple of days. I just don't see how Detroit loses this game to the Chicago Bulls. I know it's the same thing about the 76ers. Everybody's beating the Sixers right now without a beat, so we're not going to look past that issue. Detroit right now is just unstoppable, man. I don't see how a team like the Chicago Bulls, who likes to turn the ball over a lot, makes dumb decisions. They're still a young team. This is still a young team. And don't forget, the coach over here from Detroit was the same coach of the Toronto Raptors last year who had a phenomenal season, and he's turned his team around right now. So I expect defense to be played, and I expect Detroit to get done on that score with no problem, Jim.
Yeah, I think Detroit can win this game. They're playing at a high level. Luke Kennard, also another guy hitting outside shots. The question is, do we put a line? Let me ask you this. Do we put a line through the Pistons' 12-18 road record because they're a different team right now?
You have to. It's the second half of the season, and right now, this is a team that's looking good in the second half of the season. I mean, Detroit was damn near out the playoffs at one point. They did fall back in there, to claw them back in there, and especially after the Oladipo injury for Indiana. I think something clicked over there for Detroit right then. They was like, man, this is our time in the East. They're looking around. They had team meetings. They pulled it together. We got these guards healthy. I don't care about the on the road right now. They're on the road playing Golden State, on the road playing somebody else maybe. And possibly, yeah, I would have to think about it, think twice about it. But they're 17-4, the favorite versus the East this year alone, Jimmy. That's a great stat. That's a great number. Right? They only got 4 times to the Eastern Conference teams. Okay, I can't knock that stat at all, man. So I have to rock with Detroit.
Yeah, I think Detroit's the play too, but I'm just so hesitant. Jason Silverstone from Detroit says this is in the past 16 games or so, Pistons have the best offensive rating in the NBA. CR says, yup, Detroit winning. Jason Silverstone says we're a completely different team right now. Tomino says Detroit's guard play is still a problem. They added Ellington. That's it. But they started getting something out of Kennard, which is a big deal. And Alan actually says, I'm from Michigan too, and I'm on the Bulls +4. And they're healthy. You're absolutely right. They're healthy. I'm not going to make a move at this point. I may make a move before we finish off this segment. Let's keep moving right along. Sixers at Rockets. Man, Rockets at 7.5 right now seem appealing. They were actually at 8 all across the board a little while ago, back to 7.5. And then this total in Sixers Rockets opened at 231 and then stayed there all day long. You got to play on Sixers at Rockets, King?
Let me get to my notes right here. Rockets going for their 7th win in a row tonight, Jim. 76ers kicked their ass by 28 points the last time this team hit. Rockets are 10-2 at home versus the East. Philly is 1-6 straight up last 7 games playing in Houston. And you also have Simmons out there that's probable. This team cannot win without Embiid right now. They're going to need Embiid, especially going taking on blazing hot right now, Houston Rockets. I would have to take the Rockets. I mean, that's the only way you can play this game. But I would have to wait to find out for sure if Simmons isn't playing. If Simmons is out, man, you got to hit that line right then and there. As soon as you hear him he's not playing, you got to jump in right there on the spot because that line's going to creep up to about 9.5 if you don't. I think the Rockets, if no Simmons, Rockets should win this game easily at home, man. It's a night game. It's at home, Friday. Give me the Rockets there, Jim.
Yeah, I get it. 7.5 seems easily attainable. Tom Marino giving us the most up-to-date information, saying Simmons is probable. Let's move on to Jazz at Grizzlies. This is a very, very interesting spot here. Utah opens at -7. They go down to 4.5 on our early show. Now they're back to -5. They have no Rubio. Spider's going to have to play the point. He's going to have the ball in his hands all game. He doesn't really like that, although he can handle it. He can handle it no problem. The Grizzlies have a lot of things going right for them right now. Conley coming off a career high. DeLon Wright coming off a career high. Valanciunas playing great basketball. What do you say here, Jazz at Grizzlies?
I say, man, Jazz, even though I have the hat on, bro, it's the toughest team for me to cap. I don't know what it is about the Jazz, man. They have the easiest remaining schedule, though. That's the one thing I can say about this Jazz team. I know they have OKC coming up, and but they pretty much have the easiest cakewalk into the playoffs right now. They need to. They're tied with 37, with San Antonio and somebody else. They have to win these games right here against a team like Memphis. They have to. The one thing about the Jazz and Memphis is Jazz cannot beat the Memphis in Utah, but they can beat Memphis in Memphis, and that's the one thing I have to look at when I come to cap this game. They are 5-1 straight up their last 5 games. They're 6-1 ATS last 7 road games. They're 4-1 straight up last 5 games in Memphis, Jimmy. I'm not a fan of the Jazz this period right now. I just can't get my pulse on them. But injuries, is Bradley playing? Do we know who's playing for over there right now for Memphis? Because Memphis do have some people on game time decision. Somebody else dealing with an ankle injury issue and a wrist issue. I would have to say Jazz here, Jim. I haven't made a bet on it yet, though, but I would have to say Jazz, bro.
And this total dropped from 214 to 209.5. We know the Jazz will need defense. One thing I am concerned about with the Jazz is obviously they're getting a ton of production from Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert, but they have nobody else. They have no other bigs at all. The only ones who they have are bad and hurt in Udo and Bradley. So if there's any foul trouble, if there's any, I'm gonna stay off this game. Makes me very uncomfortable. Shout out to Tang Win. Tang Win's birthday today. Shout out to Tang Win. We'll see if we can find the best spot on the board. We'll see. But at this point, I'm staying off it. Yo is on Jazz Moneyline, Memphis team total under. I get that. Now, I'm thinking of doubling up early on the Raptors here. I got the Raptors first quarter -1.5. I'm thinking about jumping up on the first half as well. Do you have any action on this Raptors at Pelican spot with no Drew Holiday in the house?
Yeah, I know my man Jay Money as well is on that first quarter, man. That's not a bad first quarter play. Pelicans allow Raptors. Yeah, Pelicans allow 32 points in the first quarters. Raptors only allow 23 points in first quarters, Jimmy. So that looks like a nice little spot. And it's, this Pelicans team, you guys. I mean, goddamn, no Payton now. So now what are the Pelicans gonna do? They're still low key in the playoff hunt right now in the West. They have to start losing some games so they can find a reason to literally sit AD and not play him for the rest of the season. They're going to get their ass kicked tonight, Jimmy. I'm on the first half. Raptors in this spot. I got them at, 2.5? Where's my numbers at? Yeah, I got Raptors, first half. I got them full game. 3.5, and I got them at the -7. No Payton over there for this team. Who's going to start? Who's going to score? What guard's going to step up? Williams, he can't score points. Frank Jackson only averages about 6 points a game. I can't trust what's the other kid's name? I can't even think of his name right now. But Payton, I can't trust this team, Jim. I can't trust them. I have to rock with Raptors over here. I'm sorry I'm saying back and forth, but I got so many notes written on 3 different things right here. I'm trying to put them all together while we talk here.
No, you're doing a great job. Don't worry about a thing. I agree. There's only 1 3.5 on the board. It's available at Bet Online. I'm gonna double up now. I'm already on Raptors first quarter -1.5. Now I'm gonna be on Raptors first half -3.5. But I'm not gonna take the full game. I think those are the best spots. Jay Money's on it huge. And also shout out to Dave LA, who's not only smashing spring training baseball right now. Follow him on Twitter. But he's also been killing these fades of the Pelicans first quarter. And I'm on it. Let's move on to the final 2 games on this card. And this is the toughest one that I do want to spend a bit of time on. Nuggets at Warriors. Warriors coming off an embarrassing 33-point home loss against Boston. We broke down the numbers of DeMarcus Cousins, and man, they're bad. He's had a negative impact on this team defensively, and his plus-minus while on the floor has only been positive in 7 out of 17 games. Man. Nuggets at Warriors. Who do you trust is the question. Do you believe what we've seen up in Nuggets? They get Isaiah Thomas rolling. They get their team healthy. And then they lose 3 straight with this healthy squad. They beat up on a bad Lakers team. What do you see here, King? Nuggets at Warriors.
It's kind of like what we saw recently with the Nets, right? The Nets got healthy and started losing some games, Jim. Kind of the same thing over here with Denver. And then tonight, Golden State gets Klay Thompson back in the lineup. Livingston, he's game time. Maybe I would like this a little bit better if Bogut was actually on the team playing right now. I would definitely hop on Golden State in the spot. My numbers all were pointing to Denver plus the 6.5, Jim. But I'm way too chicken shit to even pull to do anything. Golden State hope they cover a game over here. So I roll with over 234.5, Jim. That's the way I take it. I see points tonight. Western Conference matchup, playoff type of basketball over here. Klay in the lineup is going to get the spacing back from Golden State. You know, Denver has some shooters. RT's going to want to shoot the ball. I expect over tonight, Jim. Over here, I expect baskets, man. I expect the Golden State win. Denver possibly cover, but I'm not playing side whatsoever. I just took the over in the spot.
I understand the over creeping up from 234 now 235.5 at some books. Big Ragu says yes. Warriors roll. Tom Marino says Warriors were humiliated. They should bounce back here. I mean, how many games in a row have they not covered? We're at least 5. At least 5 straight games. I'm not sure exactly what to do. Probably says Livingston's a big piece off the bench. He's in 2. Isan Solfagari's on Denver. Golden State first half over. Dom the Don in the house. I'm just going to stay off this game right now. Molly Miles saying Warriors, a.k.a. Bankroll Killers. And then Thunder at Clippers. Now, you just in the chat got me off the Clippers. And can you expand on why you like the Thunder, and do you still like the Thunder?
I love the Thunder in this spot. You give me the Thunder who just took out one of the second hottest team. You can say they were the first compared to Houston right now in the NBA, and that was the Portland Trailblazers last night. My team, which I had to fade. Got a lot of shit about fading my team last night. I had no problems waking up this morning with that paper in my pocket whatsoever. Give me OKC over here, though. Man, they got 2 superstars on this team. You possibly got the sixth man of the year over here in Schroeder. You got toughness over here with Morris and Adams. Then you have Nolos Noel, who is not afraid to shoot. He's long, rebound, he can score. He can do whatever you ask him out there on the court. Give me OKC plus a 2.5. They're fighting right now for the main at 3, possibly trying to move up to the 2 spot in the West right now between them, Portland Trailblazers, and the Houston Rockets. Houston most likely will win this game tonight. They have, and OKC has to keep up the pace. If they didn't care about this game, Paul would not be playing. I've been watching all day to see if Paul plays. Paul plays. If not, I was like, damn, if he doesn't play, I'm definitely popping off for OKC. It's going to head to LA. Paul's playing, Jim. Paul's in. This game means something. They had a great game last night. I know their blood's still pumping. It's still boiling. I love the Morris pickup. I love the toughness, the grit to give this team. He doesn't take shit. He's on the team right now. The OKC isn't a championship team, but he feels like he's on a championship team right here. Putting him and Adams out there, I love that toughness. And I don't see toughness out the Clippers. They don't have any toughness on that team right now. They have good players. They don't have the toughness that OKC is going to bring tonight.
I'm hesitant. I'm just uncomfortable. I know the Clippers haven't beaten anyone good in a long time. Since February 9th, to be exact. So when they beat the last time they beat a team that was going to be in the playoffs. I can hear you're on the Thunder. What I'll do is I'll just keep that in Lou H loving OKC. You're getting a lot of love in the chat for it, but I'm just going to stay off that game. I am going to add a play here. I am going to add, shout out to Jewish Sex Learner, backed by Mally Mal. I am going to jump on the Golden State Warriors first quarter. They have to come out rolling. They just have to. After that embarrassment. Getting -2 at -106 at Pinnacle. And I'm going to take the Golden State Warriors first quarter. -2 and -106. I am going to stay off. Oh, yeah. What's up?
Real quick, you gotta remember, man, the past couple of Fridays I've been on the show with you, and even back in when we was in LA hanging out, we made money together, bro, with these Bulls. We made money every Friday with these Bulls, taking the Bulls and backing them, making money. Fade them today, Jimmy. Make some money again with the Bulls, but this time fade them and take Detroit -4.
I find it appealing. I just find it still so hard to trust them on the road. We've been talking about their outside shooting coming in, but Luke Kennard has a foot injury. He is going to play, but I'm just hesitant. I still may make the move, but right now, let's go over all my NBA plays and then join King's Court in less than an hour to hear everything that my man King is on. But I'm off Wizards Hornets. I'm now on Magic -6.5. I think the Mavericks are terrible, but I am uncomfortable even with that move. I'm going to keep thinking about the Pistons. And the only other plays I'm on are I'm doubling up on the Raptors first quarter, first half, and I'm on the Warriors first quarter. And that's my whole NBA card. Interesting. I thought I'd have more action, but I don't. Interesting. Brian S. on Pistons first half. King Rail, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you on Twitter? And tell us a little bit about your show tonight.
No doubt. Well, make sure you guys come join King's Court tonight. It's Friday. I know Saturdays and Sundays were like one of my toughest days. So I'm going to try to get all my money for everybody tonight because I know the weekends in NBA can be awful. Yeah, I'm King Rail 2 on Twitter. And right now, 2 days, 34, 4, and 1 in NBA. That's including all the plays I've given on King's Court, Twitter in plays, and second half plays. So if you're missing out on Twitter, you don't have your notifications on, and you're missing out on money. And while I hop on me right now while I'm on fire, because we all know how sports gambling is. Man. One day you up, one day you down. So hop on the train right now while you can.
Respect and much love. Thank you so much for joining us, King Rail. Now, we got Maxwell Smart ready to rock. But before he does, we got to pop off a quick video for my Heritage Prop of the Day. Rafa, can we bang that out quick? Let's roll. March Madness is here, baby. And SBR wants to send you and a friend to Minnesota. They want to fly you to Minnesota, put you up in a hotel for 4 nights, and get you tickets to the Final Four and National Championship game. To enter the contest, we're doing something different this year. You have to join in on Heritage's sports prop tool. It's beautiful. You pick the players, you pick the prop, and they give you the odds. I hit last night. Brooke Lopez over Steven Adams. It was 13-10 for me, and then Thunder went into overtime. Adams opened it with a jumper, but that's all he got. I won 13-12. I'm 1-1, down 0.12 units. And when we come back and shoot this on Monday, I'll be up. Because today's Heritage Prop of the Day is Andre Drummond. You get more points, than DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. Drummond's rolling. The Pistons are rolling. Drummond got 31 points on Wednesday against the Timberwolves. The career 44% foul line shooter, hitting 58% this year, is hitting 73% of his foul shots in the last 5 games. The guy's rolling. He's happy. And with injuries to Pachulia and Lure, he's going to have to play 40 minutes tonight, and he will. Boogie Cousins, emotional player. When he gets upset, he fouls and he mopes. He gets texts. He just had a terrible game against the Celtics. In the 17 games he's played for the Warriors, only 7 games has he had a positive plus-minus on the floor. And he's going up against Nikolai Jokic. That's a tough matchup. Jokic is 24 years old. Boogie Cousins is 28 years old and coming 1 year removed from a ruptured Achilles tendon. Jokic is going to go at him all day. He's going to run him into the ground, and Boogie be fouling, slapping, scratching, and fouling, and Tex. He's going to get teed up tonight. Watch. To enter the contest, you have to use Heritage's prop bet tool. So you got to take a screenshot of your selected prop using Heritage's tool. You got to include the words "I'm in," tag at SBR Sports Picks, and the person you want to take on the trip to the Final Four. And you have to include the contest hashtag Create Heritage. That's hashtag Create Heritage. If you have more questions, go to SBR Sports Picks on Twitter. To join, hit the link below, heritagesports.eu. What it is, that is what's up. And now we got to bang through this college basketball card very fast. And we have none other than the great Maxwell Smart here to join us. Max, we got to get to work immediately. How you doing, my man?
I'm pissed off, had a power outage, had a phone issue, but I'm back. I put out some winners, 5-0 right now on the day. Let's go VMI for the tape play of the day. I tell Matt Randall, let's get to capping. We got some good games, tournament games, league games. Where the fuck do we get started? You tell me, Jimmy the Bag.
Let's get to work. And you're right, VMI cash the first half. You're right, Noli's under cash. Randall, Noli, Max, I'm 2-0, and I'm up $273. That feels good to be 2-0. Let's get to work, Max. So let's start with right now, get into Minnesota at Maryland. Minnesota opening at 7.5 plus 7.5, now 7s. The total here at SBRodds.com with Minnesota, Maryland was 135.5, and now Pinnacle leading the way to the under at 134.5. Max, Minnesota at Maryland.
I haven't bet this game. I lean to the under. I agree with Tomor about this game. I think that Minnesota's size is going to be able to give Maryland's size a big problem. Experience versus youth tonight. I hope and expect for the length of Minnesota's guards to give Anthony Cowan trouble. I look for this to be a rock fight. I look for Minnesota to stay within the points as well.
Minnesota to stay within the points. Have you made a bet on this game?
No, I have not.
And are you planning to, or are these just leans?
These are just leans.
Okay, beautiful. Let's move on to Northern Illinois at Ball State. Ball State opening at minus 5.5. Now 5s on the board. Total opening at 140, now at 141. Max, North Illinois, Ball State.
Yeah, this is something that I have bet. I have bet Northern Illinois plus 5.5 earlier on today. This is a team that has been up and down, but they have shown a capability to win. They have 2 good standout guards in Eugene German and Levi Bradley. They can hit their free throws. They can hit some 3-point shots, and they're not afraid to take it to the bucket. I think Northern Illinois is going to give Ball State all they can handle. I don't think that the big men, Taj Teague and Trey Moses, are going to be a big impact tonight. I look for Northern Illinois to walk out with the outright win.
Did you take a money line, or are you taking the points?
I'm only taking the points, but you know me, as soon as I start watching the game, I see a couple minutes of action, I can be jumping on that money line. So make sure you're tuning into my Twitter page tonight because I'll be posting all my live plays.
I like it. We're keeping it brisk pace. I'm going to join you on NIU on the Huskies. Let's move to Blacksburg, Virginia. Miami at Virginia Tech. Open Virginia Tech minus 11, now minus 9.5, and a minus 10 and a minus 9. Market a little confused. Actually, that 9 is gone. That 9 just left. Bookmaker just moved that back to a 9.5. Total of 133.5 and now 132.5 and 132s across the board. Max, Miami, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, this game I've already bet. I'm tailing and getting on with Robbie Tagaloa on the under in this game. Give me Miami Virginia Tech under. I'm just thinking that plain and simple, Kerry Blackshear is going to take his undue to school tonight. He had a bad game last time. He couldn't stay on the floor. He wasn't contributing. I think that this Virginia Tech team is figuring out how to play without Justin Robinson. Kerry Blackshear is a key to that. I think he shows that tonight, and I'm taking the under, and I'm going with Kerry's defense.
Backing the under and backing Tech. And let's take a look. Oh, so I just jumped on NIU with you. I got plus 5.5 from our friends at Heritage. And this under dropping, ooh, yeah. That under makes sense to me, especially with the injuries Miami has. Very, very interesting stuff. Let's keep rolling right along. Let's move on to Central Michigan, Western Michigan. Open Central Michigan minus 4.5. I know a lot of low baggers are on that spot. It's now down to 2.5 or 3 at some books. Total's gone up from 151 to 153.5. Max, Central Michigan, Western Michigan.
Yeah, I'm already on the under, and I'm already on Central Michigan. I waited until the line dropped. I wasn't worried about the line movement. I was like, I like my number better at 2.5 than 4.5. I'll take it. The Chippewas are the more talented team. They are going to have to contain Seth Duggan. But I think that you're going to see a heavy dose of Sean Roundtree and Larry Austin. They're going to be able to create steals, pick pockets, get to the bucket, make free throws, and I think David DeLeo is going to have a good three-point shooting game. So give me Central Michigan, give me the under. I think this stays just under the number.
Wow, going against both market moves. Wow. Very interesting stuff, Max. We got to keep a brisk pace, but we have a very special guest with a couple of plays of his own, ready to take over the show for a minute. Please welcome my man, DJ Big Boss.
What's up, low baggers? It's me, DJ Big Boss, man. We live and direct. I'm feeling good today. I've been really having some bad times today. I mean, in the last 10 days, I'm down about 5 units. So I'm not doing too well, but it's all good. That's why we got people like my man Max. We got the low bag chat and everything. But I'm trying to just cleanse my own self right here. And I got to just cleanse myself right here, man. And I listen to my Biggie Smalls, The What with Meth Man. I listen to my Tupac, The World, you know. And I even did like my homeboy Too Short said, yeah, a couple times. But, you know, still been catching L's. But let's get to the card today real quick, Max. Let's jump off at this Akron versus Kent State game. I was looking at that one. ATS, Akron is 4-1 in the last 5. And Kent State is 1-3 in the last 4 ATS. Despite the line movement, I like taking the points with Akron. What you think about Akron?
I got to go against you on this, DJ Big Boss. I think that Jalen Walker is going to open up a can of Stone Cold Steve Austin whoop ass tonight all over the Akron Zips. Why I'm thinking this? Well, in the first game, he went 0 for 10 from three-point range. I don't think that's happening again tonight. So I think Jalen Walker and Jalen Avery, they're going to be the guard duo that lead me to victory on this game. And I'm looking at the under. This is a Noli Knows under. I'm getting on it also. So unfortunately, we're going to be going head-to-head. But best luck to you, DJ Big Boss. It's all love.
All right. We're going to try calling Big Boss again, see if we have a better look here. We're going to try it right now. So please, welcome to the show, none other than my man, Chop Wham.
What's going on? What's going on, Jimmy? What's going on, low bag? Thanks for having me. What's up, Max? I got a quick question. Asking about this sample game. For the first half, like the first half, it's at 77.5 right now. I think the last game it did go over for the two teams for the game. Went to overtime. So I think this game could start off slow. Stanford been starting off slow. They've been averaging less than 30 points in the last 4 games. So what you think? I actually think this total could go over 77.5 in the first half?
Well, I'm actually already on the full game over. I'm thinking that definitely these teams are going to be able to light it up on each other, drive into the bucket, and they're both going to hoist up a lot of threes. I think personally that the second half is going to be a lot higher scoring, so I can't see where you're coming from. But being on the full game over, I'm just going to have to stick to that right now because I believe in Josh Sharkey's ability to lead this Sanford offense at home. I believe that they are going to score 80-plus points. I think that Citadel, even with Lou Stallworth as their main option, I think that they still have some pieces that can get to the bucket if they decide not to hoist up 35 3-point shots a game. It's going to be a real interesting. It's going to be a real interesting spot. I wish you the best of luck.
Wow, not backing it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Couple spots. Man, so Max, are you off? What is your plays on Citadel Sanford for me? Can you hit me with them quickly?
Yeah, I'm on Sanford minus the points, and I'm on the over full game.
Both those plays seem to make sense to me. Let's go back to my man, Big Boss, see what he's looking at.
Oh, man. You killed me with that, man. I'm already doing that. You bought me.
All right. Again, man, it sounded hilarious, but we're having some actual problems there with my guys, Trot Wham and DJ Big Boss. I'll let Rafa see if we can hook that up and get that rolling right now. But I find both your plays in the Sanford Citadel game very, very interesting. Max, let's move on to Miami of Ohio at Ohio. Opened at a pick'em, and then money comes rolling in on Ohio, now minus 3.5. The total opens at 137.5, and now 139. Max, Miami of Ohio at Ohio.
How many times have we watched this Miami, Ohio team play stingy defense, keep a game under the total, and steal an underdog ticket? When I see a 2.5-point line movement in favor of this Ohio team with Tevion Kirk, who turns the ball over 5 times a game, I'm going Miami, Ohio. Give me the plus 3.5. I'm not going to say I'm going to jump on the money line, but I can easily see them winning this game tonight.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Again, going against a market move. Let's move on to Eastern Michigan at Toledo. Eastern Michigan, Toledo. Toledo opening at 9, stayed there all day. This total opened at 132.5, crept up a point to 133.5. Max, Eastern Michigan, Toledo.
Comes down pretty simply. Is Toledo going to be able to shoot over Eastern Michigan's zone? Are they going to be able to get to the bucket and deal with the size? When you got 2 towering big men in Toure and James Thompson the fourth, plus Elijah Minnie at 6'9" with athleticism, this is always going to pose problems for a roster like Toledo. Jalen Sanford does not operate well when people are on him, when he's getting a body put on him. The only way I can play this game is Eastern Michigan plus 9. I'd be more interested in getting them plus 5 or plus 5.5 if I can on the first half.
Wow, backing Eastern Michigan early, too. Harvard Cornell opens Harvard minus 6.5, now minus 5.5 across the board. Total opens at 135, crept up to 137 at some books. Max, Harvard Cornell.
Yeah, the over definitely makes sense. It's not a play for me right now. I'm probably going to leave it off. I'm focusing on this side here. You got a great point guard bang out coming out tonight. You got Matt Morgan on the Cornell side. You got Bryce Aiken, a.k.a. Clay Aiken's double on the Harvard side. I think that we're going to see the trio of Canadians for Harvard show their freaking worth, specifically Mr. Noah Kirkwood. I'm taking Harvard minus 5.5. I think they're going into Cornell, and I think they're going to silence all these people that are on the Cornell underdog side.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just still hesitant. Illinois State was a mistake yesterday for me. I got them on the ass end of the market move, so I lost by a half point when so many of you cashed. Illinois State at Drake. Drake opening up at minus 2.5, now minus 3s across the board. What do you think here, Max?
Yeah, no DJ Wilkins for Drake. I think that's why a lot of this line movement has come in. But there's still a lot of believers in Drake. I am not one of them. I'm getting on Illinois State. I'm taking them for half a unit on the money line. I'm taking them for half a unit on the spread. I think this team is finally going to play to what I thought of the preseason and what the early preseason prognosticators thought of this team. This team is built to win. Bill Fain down low, Malik Yarbrough, a variety of different guards that can do different things. Just got to play defense. They did that last night. I think that the legs will be fine. I think that Illinois State is going to knock Drake out of this MVC tournament.
Wow, Parlay Poppy is on Drake. Big Ragu says, ask Max about Yale, Pennsylvania. Well, that's up next. This line has pretty much stayed where it's at, but there's pick'ems now. Opens Pennsylvania -1. Now there's pick'ems on the board. Max, Yale, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, fuck Pennsylvania. That's what I say about that. I don't like that school. I don't like them in conference. If you've been betting them on the spread, they've been burning your money. So I'll make it real simple. Yale or nothing. I already posted on Twitter. I'm on Yale. I'm staying on Yale. I'm not hedging on Yale. And I'm telling you that I think you guys should get on Yale too.
Max, this Citadel Samford spot, do you still see value at 164? What did you get that total at?
I think I got it at 163.5. I have to double check my spec sheet. Hold on one second.
There still is a 163.5 on the board at Heritage. Heritage been giving us the best lines time in and time out. Here, 163.5 -105. I'm going to jump on it. So I jumped on 2 plays there. I jumped on Samford -5 and -105 and over 163.5 at -105. Miles Williams says Yale has nothing to play for. What do you think about that, Max?
Yeah, I can definitely see where they're coming from. But the fact is, this is a team that has a very capable foundation of players. They are not going to play they're not going to play outside of themselves. I think that they're going to take this game seriously. I think that they're going to beat up on Penn. I think that when you come to these last games of the season versus teams that are first or last, I think that's a big no-no. But I think that with the rivalry that exists between these two teams, I'm not worried about any kind of look-ahead spot for Yale tonight.
Interesting. Great stuff, though. And Miles, thank you for chiming in. And we're working here as a team, and all the insight helps very much. Max, St. Peter's at Iona. Iona opens up -6.5, now -7 across the board. Totals drop 3 points from 138 to 135 and 135.5. Max, St. Peter's at Iona.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to take any of these Iona games under. I don't have a play on the total as of yet. I will have some time to get one off. I think that the St. Peter's team definitely showed us something last night, but I'm not going to double up on it. I'm not going to make a play on this game right now. If anything, you'll have to check my Twitter feed for something on it.
Austin P at Belmont opens -6.5 and now -8.5 on the board. Pinnacle leading the way to people betting on Belmont. Total opens at 166 and dropped 6.5 points at some books. Max, Austin P, Belmont.
Yeah, nothing on the total, but I am taking Belmont first half and full game. I did get a better number than the 8.5 and 8s are on the board now. I think that if you're jumping on 8.5, you may be getting the ass end of the number because Terry Taylor, he is Mr. Destruction. He should be called Destruction Taylor because that game that he put up last night and costing me 2 units on the under first half in Morehead State plus 9.5 opened my eyes. I think tonight we're going up against a Belmont team that's on a mission from God. God saying, you're going to cover, you're going to win by margin, and I'm on Belmont first half and full game.
Wow, God knows his basketball. Parlay Poppy on the over. Bluebird is on Belmont. Wow, interesting. And Dom the Don says, I like Belmont. Gardner Webb, Campbell. Campbell put money in our pockets yesterday, Max. Do they do it again today?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to surprise you right now. This is my low bag play of the day. This is my SBR Madness play of the day. This is just my play of the goddamn day. Allen Iverson, the 2019 version, a.k.a. Chris Clemens. How can you bet against this guy? Look at the game that they put on yesterday. Andrew Udy stepped the fuck up. 8 for 11, 20-something points, 12 rebounds, blocks, rebounds at key times. This team wants to win, Chris Clemens. They want to win at Gore Arena. They're going to win tonight. They're going to cover the spread. The game's going to go over. I'm on all of it. Give me Campbell.
Campbell and the over going against market moves on both, but just market moves at certain books. Pinnacle's kept it at 3.5 all day. It's been online that started at 5. It went down to 3.5. Very, very, very interesting. Mountain Mouse says Clemens is a different breed. Well, it's your play of the day. And your play of the day is Campbell, not the over, although you're on both. Is that right?
Yeah, Campbell's my play of the day, but I'm on all of it.
St. Joseph's at VCU, another team that put a lot of money in our pockets. St. Joseph's, VCU. VCU opening up as a huge favorite, but opened up at 12.5, and now an 11.5 at BetOnline. Total opened up at 136, skyrocketed up to 141.5. Max, St. Joseph's, VCU.
Yeah, I'm playing this game. VCU first half, St. Joe's full game. What I've been doing successfully is taking VCU in the first half. You've done it a couple times also. I'm doubling up and taking the over and the first half VCU. And I'm telling my man Kobe Valentine, he is the Kobe Valentine. He produces winners. He hits dogs. He's on St. Joe's tonight. I'm joining him. Let's get that keg money. Give me St. Joe's full game. Give me VCU first half. Give me VCU first half over.
Wow. Very, very interesting. I'm a little concerned that I'm too late for this total. What do you think about that, Max? It's moved up 4.5, 5 points.
Listen, it's something definitely to be worried about, but I'm just going on the trend that's been cashing for me, and that is just jumping on these first half overs.
Oh, I feel you. I'm not going to jump on it at this point, but I am going to jump on both your full games of Campbell and St. Joseph's. I'm going to get the lines out very soon. Max, we're almost done this whole card. You're doing an exceptional job, as you always do for us low baggers, and you are such a big part of our show. Max, Pepperdine, Loyola Marymount. Loyola Marymount opens at -1, now 4.5. Total opens at 137. Pretty much stayed there all day. Max, Pepperdine, Loyola Marymount.
Yeah, pretty simply, Pepperdine got the revenge against Pacific last night. Now it's time to end the season. These guys have a date on the beach in Malibu, and Loyola Marymount's going to make it happen. So give me Loyola Marymount. I don't like the 4.5. I'd have to buy down to 4. But I think that this Loyola Marymount team is a team on the rise. Next year, watch out for them because they are developing. They play defense. They got James Bateman. I think that they're going to dispatch Pepperdine tonight.
Dispatch Pepperdine, but again, I just feel like I'm at the wrong time for this line move. I am jumping on Campbell -3.5 at -105. That's available at Pinnacle. So let's book that and lock that. I'm about to jump on St. Joseph's, but we're going to wait to get the right number. Let's keep moving down the list. Northern Iowa, Southern Illinois. Northern Iowa opening at +2.5. Now they're at +3.5 or +3. What do you think here, Max? Northern Iowa, Southern Illinois.
Yeah, this is a Northern Iowa team that you got to have respect for because this is a way better scoring team than we had last year or we've seen from Ben Jacobson teams in the past 4 or 5 years. But Ben Jacobson teams are the types of teams you have to watch out for in these tournament settings. Although tonight, I'm going to be going against that theory and ideology. I'm taking Southern Illinois, Armand Fletcher, Kavion Pippen, Scottie Pippen's freaking nephew. I think that these guys are going to finally meet the potential that we all thought of when we started talking about Arch Madness in November. That is going to be Southern Illinois. It's going to be Illinois State. It's going to be Loyola Chicago. I think that's going to come to fruition, and I think that the first step to that is Southern Illinois getting through Northern Iowa tonight. I'm on the under full game as well.
Yeah, very, very interesting spot. And I like the under as well. I'm going to jump on Southern Illinois. I like your look with them. I like your look with Illinois State. I like your breakdown of Illinois basketball in totality. But tell me a little bit more about this under, the look on the under.
Yeah, the way that Southern Illinois plays are rock fights. They slow possession. They're not very efficient shooting-wise. And I think that they're just going to be able to suffocate on defense, and they're not going to be looking to push the pace. I think, obviously, it's easier to speed up a team, but I don't think that's going to be a factor in tonight's total. This is also a total backed by our friend, and the person who makes unders great again, Noli knows. So that just gives me extra confidence, even knowing some basketball cappers that I respect and look to for advice are on the other side.
Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's move on to Manhattan at Canisius. Opens Canisius -4. Now 4.5s and 5s on the board. Total opens up at 126, and now 124 is on the board, Max. Manhattan, Canisius.
Those little sleuths of those Manhattan Jasper. Wow, did they pull the blanket over the bettor's eyes last night? That line flipped to Fairfield, and what did Manhattan do? Say goodbye, Cocksuit Valley. There you go. Piss on some grass and graze on that shit, bitch. And I think that Manhattan's gonna fucking do it again. I think Manhattan's gonna fucking dispatch Canisius. I think they're gonna take them straight up.
Wow.
I like them 4.5. I think this Manhattan team is just, they're hitting it right. Tyler Reynolds, Warren Williams, Samir Stewart. You get those three guys going, they're playing defense, they slow the pace down, and they're being more efficient from the free throw line and from the field than we're used to. So I think that they found their game at the prime time of the year. They're going to show us again tonight. They're going to surprise Canisius. They like playing these 9:30 games. Give me Manhattan, full game, and money line.
Wow, that is extremely interesting. Backing Manhattan, thinking that Canisius will be grazing on pissed-on grass. Wow, that's a great breakdown, Max. Jacksonville State, Murray. Actually, just before we move forward, I've added some more plays. So I told you about Campbell, -3.5 and -105, Max's play today. But I jumped on St. Joseph's, +12, -109 and 5 dimes. And Southern Illinois, -3 and -105 at Heritage. All right, Jacksonville State, Murray State. Opens Murray State -4. Now -5's on the board. -5.5 at Bovada. Total opened at 147 and stayed there. Max, Jacksonville State, Murray State.
Yeah, Murray State has some serious revenge after losing that game against Jacksonville home when they blew that big lead. I think that if you want to see Morant in the NCAA tournament, then they got to win this game tonight. So I'm going by that ideology. I'm on Murray State. I got them at 4.5. I'll take them at 5. And I think that I'm going to use them on my cheapo parlays as my constant money line.
Wow. Interesting. Backing Murray State here. The market is too. Max, I've noticed that the market jumps on Murray State every single game. Is that the Ja Morant factor? Is that why money is just continually put on them? It makes me not want to trust the market move. What do you think about that?
Anybody that watches ESPN is going to find out about Ja Morant that way. And I find that that's what it is. Cappers like us low baggers, we know how to determine whether these are factors that are going to affect the spread and the result and whether or not we cash or not. I'm not worried about that. I've capped this game. I know the numbers. I know Murray State's capabilities, and I know that Ja Morant is going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to cash us a ticket, and he's going to advance past Jacksonville State tonight.
Yes, very, very interesting. I think I may jump with you on Murray State, but we have one final game, and then Max has broken down the entire basketball card. So impressive. And VMI on its way to give me a 3-0 start of the day, and that's all due to the hard work of Maxwell Smart, Matt Randall, and Noli Knows. Now, San Diego, Santa Clara. Santa Clara, and this is in Vegas, I believe. I think it's in Vegas. Santa Clara opening at 134, the total now up to 134.5 or 135.5. And San Diego opened to -4.5, and now -6 is on the board, Max. And it was 5.5 when the show started. So money coming in on San Diego. Max, San Diego, Santa Clara in Vegas.
Yeah, this is a tough spot. I haven't made a play on it, but I was actually leaning towards the dog. I think that Santa Clara definitely could surprise San Diego tonight. It's not a play or anything or a lean at all. It's just something that I have a feeling about. I think that this is a short number for San Diego. I would have put it at probably 9 or 10. It just gives me room to pause. So I'll be looking at Santa Clara, but I don't have a lean or a pick on it either way right now. But I will say that VMI is close to getting this done. Still a lot of time left in the game. So definitely want to see them keep it going. But what I definitely want to talk about is Charleston Southern's up by 11 against Radford with 7 seconds left. So go Christian Keeling, go Charleston Southern. Cash me my ticket and cash me my under, please.
Beautiful. What a great start to this day. What an absolutely great start to this day. But Mally Mal might have started his own horror movie by saying, guys, I think something in my wall. So Mally Mal, stay safe. I hope it's just squirrels. Now, I love your breakdowns of this card, Max. What a start we're about to have. We're about to start the day 3-0. God damn, that's a good way to start the weekend, Max. All right, I have added 8 plays from Max's breakdowns. NIU plus 5.5 at minus 105. Miami, Virginia Tech under 132.5 at minus 105. Samford minus 5 at minus 105. Samford over 163.5 at minus 105. Campbell minus 3.5 at minus 105. St. Joseph's plus 12 at minus 109 at 5 dimes. Southern Illinois minus 3 at minus 105. And I did jump on Murray State with you at minus 5 at minus 105. And you can get that at a bunch of different books right now. Pinnacle is one of, I guess Pinnacle is the only 105, excuse me. And Heritage. Okay, Pinnacle and Heritage dropping the minus 105. Max Garcia says, I'm fired up, Jimmy. Hey, man. 3-0 this to watch. I shouldn't say 3-0 yet. Let's not count chickens. Let's not count chickens. But we're on our way to a very nice start to our weekend, which means the booze will be flowing very soon. Max, thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication, all the time and energy you put into us. It means the world to each and every one of us. You are a big part of the Low Bag family. Where can we find you on Twitter, and what else are you up to this week?
Yeah, you can find me at MaxwellSmart420 on Twitter. Obviously, you can also find me on my YouTube channel when I have time to go on and just shoot the shit, talk some shit, cuss some shit. So definitely check that out. And of course, I'm going to be on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on the closing line with Ian and Drew Martin. And also, I will be on Sunday at 10 a.m. with Drew Martin. So make sure you guys tune in, because we're going to be breaking down the huge Saturday slate. We're going to be breaking down all the small conference championship games on Sunday. It's going to be a good show. My power will be working. I'll be there. Drew will be there. We're going to give you some winners. We're going to talk about strippers. We're going to have a good time while we're doing it, because that's what we do on SBR Madness. We cash and we talk. We have a good time. We do it as a team. So let's keep it going. Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Tune in to me. I got winners for you. Let's make that money. Let's support local strippers. And let's, of course, go to the local Popeyes, get lots of chicken tenders, and get that honey. Leave the ranch aside. We don't want that gas.
You're right. Sorry, don't. My lungs will collapse. You're right. We don't want that gas. Stay away from the ranch. Organic honey is where it's at. Max is now about to begin working every single day for like 2 weeks, 3 or 4 shows a day. So what we can do as low baggers is tell him how much we love him and how thankful we are for his hard work, because he's going to be working his fucking ass off to put money in our pockets for the next little while. And we thank you for that, Max. So that is what we can do. We can help inspire him and give him energy by sending him our love nonstop, because he's about to go on a mad 2 or 3 week straight mission. I don't mean to laugh at that. I respect it very much. Max, my man, thank you so much. Could you please introduce none other than star of Highland Rogue and Gentle Rogue, Lucrative Larry?
It would give me the pleasure and distinct honor to introduce to you guys the one and only, the man with great hair, the creative man, Lucrative Larry.
Yeah, no. What up?
Highland Road! How dare you!
You're the best spear fisherman I've ever laid my eyes on. You once fought a whole family of midgets with one peg leg and both of your eyes patched. So no. We're not just going to survive. We will thrive. We built that bungalow with twigs, hard grass, and our love. So don't give me that. What was that? Leave that alone. And scene.
Oh, that was
That was something else, huh?
That was pretty good, actually.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
It's Highland Road. It's a scene from my
It's a scene
movie.
from Highland Road.
Yeah.
What exactly is a hard grass?
Well, I guess you're gonna have to look at a certain movie we're doing. Highland Rogue. Have you heard of that?
God. Yes, I've heard of Highland Rogue. Can you please throw up the movie poster just to give Larry his due? Oh God! All right, there it is.
Jesus Christ! Look at that.
Oh God!
That's a good thing. I play Ramon. It's a sea captain that falls in love with another sea captain
named
Ramon. Yeah. Ramon. You want to hear me play?
Please.
Australia A-League. I don't give a shit about that other guy.
You're in Australia?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I am. That's my sport. That's my sport now. Brisbane Roar over in Western Sydney Wanderers at plus 180.
Wow, they're taking a little bit Freddie's thunder.
Guess it's my sport now.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that
mine
guy,
now.
eh?
Fuck that guy too.
Well, brava. All right. That is Lucrative Larry, star of Highland Rogue. Well, 10 shows in the books. And I expect, now, in all honesty, there are a lot of meetings going on. It may not be Monday morning. But I expect Monday or Tuesday. But I'm not just serving you bullshit. I expect this space right here to be reserved for Lodo's Loshak and his tremendous mustache. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for rocking with us. You guys, you low baggers, you are the truth. You make us want to work and fight and believe. Stay around for King's Court in 14 minutes. Much love to you guys. We're starting out the Friday 3-0. Let's fucking go. Leche and Los Bookmakers.